This summer, I realized how sensitive my body is to the pollutants in the air. Every time the smoke from the Canadian wildfires makes its way down to Virginia, I pretty much feel like I have a sinus infection. But this happens maybe every 2 weeks or so, and in between those times, I've been really trying to make the most of what's left of summer. Spending a lot of quality time out on the farm, harvesting an abundance of herbs and vegetables between two different gardens, spending time with friends, and also not beating myself up for deciding to relax for a few days in a row. I work in a hot warehouse, get overstimulated by the heat, then leave and it's still hot, so I've actually spent a lot of time inside as well, kind of just letting my body cool down and catch up energetically. I had a hard time harnessing the motivation and creativity to completely film up until this past weekend before the next wave of pollutants reached Virginia and I felt kind of bad all over again. But like I said, I just go with the flow and I make do with the waves. Howdy good morning. We are about to go out to the farmer's market and I'm really excited. I've been trying to implement practices in my daily life that help me feel alive. So lately I've just been so slumped and just so ugh, and I feel like I've talked to some of my other friends at work and it seems like collectively in this area, or maybe it's just the humidity, the season, the weather, or the being stuck in a system is kind of draining and emotionally hard to deal with, that everyone was just feeling really in such a depressive slump, and just me creatively, and I had actually pre-filmed 2 whole videos that I had a new thing click in my brain, and I just was once something sits and it ferments, or I just let go of it, it's hard for me to just work on it the same way. So but I'm coming back. I'm trying to recognize habits that I had in periods where I felt my best consistently, and I'm just working on implementing those habits again. But I'm not trying to overthink anything. I'm actually trying to stop analyzing everything. I'm just trying to exist. I'm just trying to exist as easeful and peaceful as possible. And one of my favorite things that I haven't done in a month is go to the farmer's market. And I go to one out of town. I go to one in town, but there's also another one out of town that's a little bit bigger. And the energy of just bigger hustle bustle places kind of gets my energy going. So we're going to spend our morning out of the town, on the town. And I am feeling really good. I feel like my closet's kind of transitioning a little bit because I finally have thrown out literally every single thing that just doesn't fit right, doesn't sit right, and can kind of surface the insecurities around my body. So I've been getting clothes that hug my body in right ways, make me feel good, and I've been feeling better in that sense. And I have a macchiato because, as you guys know, I don't drink coffee. But the combination of cacao and maca is actually really energizing, and I also added, I use Om Mushroom Master Mix. It's a whole bunch of adaptogenics in a powder, and I throw that in there, and the base of this is actually a chai tea without the black tea, so it's just the chai spices with Holy Krishna basil and then a little bit of Damiana and red raspberry because I'm ovulating, and the stress of my body, so I've been feeling the mid-month cramp. It's kind of passing, but I just made myself a little energizing concoction, also kind of medicinal and mood boosting. So I've just been trying to get back on my herbal habits and stuff like that because it really helps me. And I did yoga this morning, which was energizing, and now I just want to be out in the sun. So, this is a really proper market haul. And it's been a while since I've been over there all summer. but I got some amazing products. Like, there were a lot of new stands that I hadn't seen before, and I also just stopped by some stands that I've been wanting to stop by for a while, that like I've been to them before, and I'm just gonna do a quick show because it's not like too much, but it's really cool stuff. First one I have in this bag. So there is this stand made by, they're from Africa. I don't know where from Africa, and they don't have cards or an online website, but they just go to markets and stuff. And they make beautiful, very African, culturally inspired, like, jewelry. And then there was a kombucha stand, and they had these. There's 2 different kinds of kombucha. They were $15 a piece, and I felt like it was a really good price for like locally made, like handmade kombucha. And this one's like red ginseng, and this one's blueberry ginger. There's 4 servings each, and so there's like 8 servings in between these 2 bottles. And then there's this Ayurvedic tea stand, and I got 2 different kinds of teas because I'm trying to get back on my coffee pacifying lifestyle. And this promotes digestion and elimination, supports the health of the respiratory, urinary, and nervous system. And then this is like sort of the same thing, except it does put emphasis on the respiratory system as well. And they both just look amazing. Phil picked up this vase for me. I actually saw the ceramic stand, and because I just got a ceramic mug, I was like, I shouldn't get another ceramic thing, but he got one for me. And I've been talking about getting like dried flowers and stuff like that, which I did get a tiny dried flower bundle, which is super cute. And I got it from the same stand as these 2 things. I love the fermented ginger carrots, carrots are very cough pacifying, but like fermented, and it's ginger like based. It's like amazing in salads, and I put it in everything, and I reuse these jars because I love these jars. And then I got some tea that is pretty immune boosting, and it also has mullein and yarrow and goldenrod, which is also good for respiratory as well. And then the left out thing, I got this gluten-free, it's like sugar-free, it's made with like monk fruit sugar, slice of cake that I was just gonna save for later. It's gonna be like a feel-good little sweet dessert, but I really want to play the singing bowl, because I have the crown crystal bowl is higher pitch, and then the other bowl I have is a lot, I want to say it's still of a higher energetic source, but this one's deep, and I really liked. I love it, and it's vibrating against my ring. That's why it's making that sound. I also just really like the art on it. Like, I can appreciate a good craftsmanship. And this was my tiny little farmer's market haul. I'm making a traditional like Indian chai out of my Ayurvedic tea, my Tulsi chai that I got, and it just smells divine. And my breakfast is also a quick vegan. It's chest egg, like the vegan chest egg with like vegan cheese, little sandwich. So Phil and I decided to go out for just a spontaneous road trip to a little small area of Virginia that borders West Virginia, but it doesn't go into West Virginia. And we ended up over one overlook, but mostly just kind of driving around and talking about our reflections for life and what we want and things we want to embody for the future and what we want to manifest. And it was just a nice little morning out. It was quick and spontaneous, but the nature view was spot on. Oh man, so I moved the hammock over here in this part of the yard under the tree because the woolly aphids are finally like gone. They did destroy this tree though. Phil and I went out this morning and anyways, we were just reflecting on life in general and just like where we want to end up, where we want to live, like kids, family, like life dreams and all that jazz, because periodically we have those talks and we try to like see what we can do to work towards the things that we want. And but with like we don't want too much. Like we're really simple people. We're just like tired, but we notice that we have the most fun with our friends and when we go out and do stuff together. But like we do live in an area where it's like all there really is to do is go out drinking and eat food. And you can take hikes, and there's like a lot of places to hike, but if I'm being so honest, like we are not the biggest hikers, more of a sit down and chill outside type of person. I'm just trying every day to like de-stress. ADHD, it's stressful, just the way brain functions, and so I really want to put more emphasis on meditation. I feel like meditation is a lot like peeling the thoughts that are stuck inside the walls of your mind. I have a visualization where I'll blow my thoughts up like a balloon in my brain, and like it's helium and it flies away and those thoughts just go. I've definitely noticed my mental health feel better the more time I spend outside, and like I'm okay with little solo park adventures and stuff. I'm gonna start doing more of that. It's just we're in a dry spot of the summer where it's not raining, but it's also not humid. So it doesn't feel god-awful out here. So that's just what I want to prioritize for the rest of the season. Our peak season starts halfway through October, which sucks because October is like the best month with the fall foliage and autumn and a spooky season. So I am going to try to make the most out of October. And every year I feel like I normally stop filming for those 2 months, but I'm actually gonna try to keep up because we'll get 2 days off, but they're not weekends like how we get our weekends off now. I want to keep up with YouTube because I don't do much else aside from like holiday things, and Phil and I will go out on occasion, and I want to do more like sit down talk videos, but I want to make them fun. Just because I used to try to film more sit down and talk videos, I feel like they were a little bit on like the boring side, I guess. So I want to make them more like fun sit down chat videos. But those are things that's easy for me to film in my house when I have a day off or a free evening, free night. Summers here are just really rough. They're so rough. It's hard to just want to have a good time. I think in the summertime, a lot of people actually just end up leaving the state for fun because fall and winter and spring is like perfect, and then like summer here is like it just feels so extreme. Both get overstimulated by heat, and I think it just feels heavy to be in, so I just feel so tired all the time. But I'm waiting for fall. I feel like I come alive. I'm trying to stop conceptualizing having fun and feeling alive as just a period of time every year, like in the summer. I feel like I had a lot of fun this past winter. A lot of what I like don't really film, which it's not much to film, but like I started like going out dancing and I guess clubbing, but like I don't know, people have this weird view of clubbing, and then like half the time I didn't even like drink when I'd go clubbing. I just wanted to dance and shake the energy out for like 3 hours around other amazing people, mostly women, and just shake the booty, you know what I'm saying? And I had a lot of fun doing that and like going out and stuff. And so I'm just trying to utilize the area we are in more. I feel like I'm finding new points of view in a town that I've been in for a few years now, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's resparking my like genuine, like, just, you know, finding contentment and stuff like that. The goal is finding contentment and trying to de-stress. I haven't always struggled with stress in my life, but up until this last year, it's actually like anxiety and stress has been an actual struggle for me, and I'm trying to work through that. So when I feel tired, I kind of just been letting myself sleep. I've been letting myself be more lazy. There was a long period of time where I was in stress mode, survival mode, and now that I'm in like soft girl mode and just moving slowly, not making a lot of plans and stuff, it's going to take a period of time for me to come out of that burnout. And that's what I've been trying to accept. I'm definitely just trying to figure out my routine, and we've just been enjoying our house, like, since we've moved in. It, like, moving into a house for us, like, especially we don't have kids or anything, has definitely made us homebodies, because our house is so cozy, and we're always thinking of like ideas to make the space sufficient and utilize our needs. I am excited to be cozy and cozy season, just be a homebody again, but also walking in the cold has become one of my favorite things to do too. I feel like I could walk outside all day when it's chillier out versus when it's hot and it's just draining. And if I go outside on a walk and it's hot outside, that's all I'm doing for the whole day. The heat is just so draining, and it's like no amount of water and hydration, electrolytes and all of that. It's just without caffeine too. Like, I'm trying to find ways to create steady energy throughout my day. But I just feel like when you're constantly exhausted too, it's almost hard to do. You just kind of have to accept that I'm not always gonna have the energy to do anything. I'm gonna feel sleepy a lot. Really, it's just been a lot of resting and taking it easy and slowing down. And fall, we have a lot of plans for the fall already. Like, September is already gonna be a kind of a busy month, and then I'm gonna try to make the most of the foliage and the beauty of autumn before we live in the warehouse 6 days a week. So, but I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna get to relaxing. When I tell you guys, I literally spent 4 hours between around 1:30 and like 5 p.m. just in this hammock. I was so content. I was observing nature, I was listening to the crickets and watching the birds and listening to the wind, watching the tree above me and admiring the flowers around me. I was flooded with gratitude and admiration for the beauty around me that's in my own backyard that I'm lucky enough to get to just have 24-hour whenever access to. And this really jump-started my week and was just such a positive way to relax, to really make the most out of our yard and try not to feel like summer is passing by. I just wanted to say thank you guys for being so patient with me with my inconsistency uploading and just going up and down with energy. It just feels like I've been having such a hard time consistently maintaining positive energy, uplifting energy, and I know that hormonally it's different every week, literally, but I'm trying my best to keep up, and I'm trying to take advantage of the resources I have and the knowledge I have to just heal myself and just better my mind and energy. So I thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.